Welcome back. This is Ben with Level Up Tuts, and today we're going to level up our Expression Engine skills. This is going to be Expression Engine 2, Tutorial 2, Introduction to the Control Panel. And also, while I'm on this page, please subscribe so you can get updates whenever we post some new videos. All right. So if you're currently logged out, let me back up 1 second here, because again we haven't developed any of the front end of this site. It should be blank, but to access the control panel, you need to log in, and to get to that, you just type in admin.php, and it's going to jump you over to this login screen, enter your login credentials, and here we go. So welcome to the control panel homepage, abbreviated to CP home all over the place. So we're going to talk about this screen. Along the top we have the main menu, and then the right side we have basically just a link to our home page. So if I were to click on this, I'm doing it in a new tab, it's just going to redirect and then bring us to the home page of the site. Breadcrumb here, over here, my name. If you click on that, that hops you to your account. So this is one quick way to get into your account where you can edit your username. We'll look into that a little bit more in a second. I'm going to hop back to that control panel homepage by clicking this home button, the main nav. Log out, and then there's this thing that's really easy to miss, but it's pretty cool. It's the reveal sidebar. If you go ahead and click on that, I got some jQuery going on here, and we can see another way to hop to our user. We're seeing what our username is versus our screen name, the role that we're attached to. You can have a little notepad, your ability to search the site, and then some quick links. And I've added some here, and we'll go over how to add more later. But these are useful if you are linking to documentation or linking to this your YouTube page or whatever the case is. But anyway, this is nice. In Expression Engine 1, these things were all sort of up in the header, which made things a little bit cramped. So this was a nice solution for them, because now you can just tuck it away. And you'll see this sort of right-hand column reveal, show, hide thing throughout the site. So just make a mental note that it's there, because it's sort of easy to forget about. And then there's obviously this main area where they give you a shortcut to sort of manage different pieces of content. I normally don't even use these because I can just as easily get to this stuff from here, I feel like. So, but they give you a quick way to create, modify, and view your content. Here, where it says Expression Engine Info, you can go ahead and click on that. It slides down. It's a quick link to your downloads page, the support forum, and the user guide. And it also tells you what the current version of Expression Engine is. And the one last thing in the footer here, which I want to point out, is there's this bit of text, and this is telling you, what version you're on, and we're currently on the current version, right? See, and the latest build. This is important when you're posting in the support forum on ExpressionEngine.com, because every time you will need to, the support reps will want to know what version you're on, and a lot of times this first step to resolving the issue may be upgrading to the latest version. So what will happen is you'll write your question, highlight this, copy and paste it into the end of your post. All right, so now let's go through the main menu up here. On the far left, what we have is, again, the CP homepage. If you click on that, it's just going to take you to the page that we are on right now. So that's useful if you never need to get back to this page. Under content, this is where you go to publish new content. So you publish new content, you edit existing content, and also in Expression Engine 2, they've moved the file manager into here, which is nice. And with file manager, this is where you can go if you have a user that doesn't really know how to use an FTP client, or they don't want to, you can upload files here, and that could be image, audio files, PDFs, whatever. Under design, this is a really important area, which we will spend a lot of time going through, and this is where you will go to edit the front end look and feel of your site. So your templates eventually are going to be a mashup of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and maybe some PHP. Maybe not though, but certainly ExpressionEngine tags. Under add-ons in ExpressionEngine, there are many different types of add-ons: modules, accessories, extensions, field types, and plugins. In previous versions of ExpressionEngine, ExpressionEngine 1, these were sort of scattered all over the place, and accessories didn't really exist. Field types was like a third-party thing, and so previously it was modules, extensions, and plugins. And they have different reasons for separating these out, and once you get a little bit more familiar with ExpressionEngine, it'll make a little bit more sense, but fortunately for us, now they're all can be managed under one tab. Under the Members tab, what we see here, I'm going to click to activate it there, is where you would go to manage the users of your site. Right now we only have one registered user, and that's me. So I say View All. Hey, there I am. If I needed to add another user, this is where I would go. I'd say Register Member and fill out the fields. Members can have custom fields, so you, besides just collecting first name, last name, maybe you want to collect their Twitter handle and stuff like that. That's certainly something that can be done. And there's other features in here too that we can dive into later on another video. Under the admin menu, this is a very important menu in ExpressionEngine, and during the development process, you're going to be spending a lot of time here. I mean, it's going to be split between sort of admin and design. But really, after a site is launched, if you've developed your site well, the content managers are never having to go into these two tabs. Hopefully they're spending all of their time going into content, publishing that news item, publishing that story, publishing that page, whatever it is, and hitting save, and that's it. If you've done your job well, then hopefully they're never having to go into this. So as you can tell, this is a very important part of the site, which we'll be spending a lot of time in, and there'll be several videos dedicated to the admin menu and setting up custom fields and all that type of stuff. Under the Tools menu, ExpressionEngine allows for quite a bit of functionality out of the box, and one of the sort of items that seems interesting, but I've worked on many ExpressionEngine sites, but I haven't had to work on one with such scale where I've needed to use this functionality. ExpressionEngine allows you to send messages between different members of the site. So, for example, say you have 5 super administrators that are managing different areas of the site or whatever. You can say, I want to send a message to all the super admins, and that's something that you can do with this. Under Utilities, you can check your PHP info and run about a couple other functions. Under Data, this is where you'd go to clear cache, just like in Drupal, or depending on if you have some third-party plugins for WordPress. You might be familiar with clearing the cache. That's something that it's like troubleshooting 101. Oh, something's not working. Well, maybe try to clear the cache. Under Logs, there's some couple interesting things here. If you have a search box on your page, it's always interesting to see what are people searching for, and then you can maybe you need to change your information architecture based on that, or whatever it is. So this is sort of a cool feature, and also the control panel log. If you have multiple users, you can see here who's logging in, and to some degree what are they doing. Okay, and then there's help. So what help will do is it will launch their being ExpressionEngine's documentation for sort of whatever page you're on. So from here, if I click help, it's going to bring up their documentation on members. So let's go ahead and click that. So here we're seeing stuff about members. Pretty cool. It's a nice little shortcut. And then we're seeing this add button. So what this add is, you have the ability to add your own tabs. And these are tied to, on a user basis. So if you have multiple users and you have different, functions on the site. Maybe one of you is always in here, and another of you is sort of like the front end developer or something like that. And so maybe you're always working inside of design. What you can do is you can add, your own sort of custom navigation. For example, and the way that this one works is sort of very similar to how help works. If you go into design, and we'll just say say you're always in template manager over here, and you don't want to go click and mouse over and all that type of stuff. What you can do is on the page, or from the page that you want to add to the navigation, you select add, and that's it. It's added to the navigation. It brings you to your user account screen, where you can, and so actually it brings you to your user account screen, and then it brings you to main menu manager, and then from here you can say, I want to call this just, template manager is fine, but you could rename it or reorder it if you have more than one here. Okay, so from here, let's go to the control panel homepage. All right, well that's it. That's our tour of the control panel homepage. Thanks a lot. Again, please subscribe to the YouTube feed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And thanks a lot for watching, and please look out for some new videos real soon. Thanks a lot.